Hey guys, all right, continue talking about this stuff, time and space and dimensions. And I got questions myself, and I know what I know. I learned what I learned, and I want to share it, and I need to talk about it, get a feel for it, get it out. I got really no one to talk to, so I gotta talk. Anyway, um, years ago, before I lost my skins and I was a normal, more or less normal person, I had an experience, and it was the box. The box. So I'll take you through it real fast. So I'm listening to Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. They were talking about dimensions, dimensions. Fourth, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, nine, all the way wherever. They're talking about it. And I was laying in my bed, and I'm a, 20, 19, 18, something like that. And I'm like, time and space and dimensions, and oh my fucking god! And I thought, I'm laying there, and I got sort of mad at it. And I go, there ain't no fucking. And I'm laying in my bed, falling asleep, listening to this. And I go, there's no fucking dimensions. If there was dimensions, we'd know about it, or something, something. Give me something, throw me a bone. So, throw me a bone. Remember that for what's coming up. So, I turned off the radio, clicked the light off, lay down, fall asleep. I'm on my back, sleeping. All of a sudden, just as I'm checking out, I see this box. And I'm like, my attention got it. I'm looking at a box in blackness. Okay. The box starts spinning. A Rubik's Cube with no colors. Imagine that. And it's spinning around slowly. It starts turning slow. Okay. The box. Then, and it's going clockwise. Then, as it's spinning, the one side of the cube and the other side separate. Okay, so I don't know how this happened. It wasn't like, imagine my fingers are the squares in the box of a Rubik's Cube. Okay, they went like this, but they didn't totally separate. They just opened up to like this. So you got half the box and half the squares here, the other half a box and half the squares here, but they were like still like this. Then, as it was moving in a circle, as it was moving, this side moved. This side came this towards me. This side went that way, the other way of the box. So the box split in half, and both sides were now turning clockwise and counterclockwise as it was spinning this way. And this all means something. This is what the physics of how you get out of this fucking dimension. If you pay attention to me and my whole 20 listeners, let's expand that. Everybody wants to know how you get out of this dimension. Well, I got showed, and I'm telling you. And you think any fucking physicist fucking even understands this shit, what I'm talking about? No. Sorry, I'm going off. Anyway, okay. So, listen now. As it was happening, the physical box, from my perception of what I'm seeing, spinning. And all of a sudden, in the center of the spins, this way, and this way, a light appears. Bing! A little light in the middle. And then it gets bigger as it opens. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the light. And then when the cube stops, I don't know if it was still spinning at this point because I couldn't see the cube. This light appears. and it opens the door. A circle of light, solid, like you're holding onto a window looking out in the driveway. Okay, and then I backed up a little bit spiritually. So I'm seeing this because I asked, throw me a bone. My seeds, my inner light, spiritually were showing me how it's done in the physical world. Hence, the box. The physical world is a box. This universe we see, we're doing the math in, adding up neutrons and protons and subatomic particles and fucking CERN, and we're trying to split the box. We're trying to split the box. That's what fucking CERN's about. I got it. And I asked, throw me a bone. To whoever. I said it to myself just for the sake of fuck. Because I was frustrated listening to Art Bell. Well, I got the fucking answer. Maybe you want to listen. I don't know. Maybe you want to listen. A light appears, it's in blackness. All right? So what's the blackness? That's one question I got. But as it went off, so there's and all of a sudden, the white, pure white circle in the blackness, it was about this high, just above my head almost. And all of a sudden I seen color. Blue, red, really, really red at the bottom. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I ran over. Remember, the question was what I asked for. Are there other dimensions? Are there other dimensions? And I brushed it off as retarded. Retarded talk on Art Bell. And this was when I was spiritual, but I wasn't totally spiritual, okay? And I've seen the aliens. Lots of fucking strange shit happen to me at this point in my life. All of a sudden there's color on the other side of this porthole, but I'm seeing it from a spiritual perspective, informing me physically. You got to get that straight. I didn't see this physically. Spirit inside myself is showing me. That's how it happened. I walk up, I run up to the window, and I stand on my tippy toes and I look in. And what I see is another fucking world. And I'll describe it here again. I made this video. This is like the fourth time I made this video, but different perspectives. Out in space, or no, in the window, sorry, there's a factory from down below, and there's a road. There's a main road here, and it goes all the way to the horizon. On each side of the road are pipes, all the way to the horizon. Smokestacks, fire. You know the fire coming out of the smokestack at the top, the little flame that's burning some kind of gas. Those things, smokestacks, and there was a halo of fucking filthy crap, garbage air hanging over top of this city of pipes. And it was a pipe. To me, I'm like, holy shit, it's a factory planet. And I'm looking at it, and I just can't fucking believe my eyes. I cannot fucking believe my eyes. And I look, and I can see these people walking around down there, and there was two right below me as I'm looking in, like this. And there's two guys down there. There's three. Three guys talking. And they had jumpsuits on. I couldn't see them really good, but I saw them more or less. And they're 4 or 5 feet tall. Different sizes. Some were a little bit shorter. One guy was a little bit shorter. But they all look the same. They were humanoid. And I'm looking at them, and they're all just standing there talking outside one of the little rooms and doors they go into, and these huge ass pipes going. And I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at the world, and I'm going, "Is this fucking real?" This is what my brain. I'm consciously aware. I'm like, "Is this fucking real? Is this a fucking dream? What the fuck is going on? What is going on?" And I'm just looking, and I go, "Well," and I got the impression, scream down to them, see what happens, and you'll know if it's real or not because they'll react to you. If they don't react, then you know they didn't hear you or something. It's a dream. I'm like, hey, good fucking idea. I'll do that. So I think, well, I don't know what they're doing, so I'll ask them what they're doing. So I went, hey, you guys. I yelled, hey, you guys, what you doing down there? They all looked up at me. From their perspective, they looked in the sky and they saw a hole in the sky with my head going. Okay, did you see what I'm fucking? This is so fucked up, man. They then, when I said that, they looked up. One guy dropped what he had and he fucking ran into the pipes, which there's a little room in there. The other two guys freaked out. One guy ran across the street under the pipes, and another guy went into the pipes. But the first guy was the funniest. He's just like, "Oh fuck no, I can't deal with this." he just fucking split. Then, then I got shocked because they were shocked. That means this shit is real. I'm seeing this. I'm like, holy fuck, this is real. And they look like aliens, but they're like low level aliens or something because I'm used to my ETs from when I've seen them. And I'd seen my ETs at this point a couple times, but not physical, but spiritual. I don't fucking understand it, but that's another video. So anyway, they run away, and I look down the thing, and there's other guys standing around with computer pads and writing pads and things like that, taking fucking inventory of pressure gauges and things. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just doing, but they didn't hear me, so they weren't running. But these three guys ran, and I went. I looked around really good. There was so much detail you wouldn't even believe it. Thousands and thousands of pipes and smokestacks all the way to the horizon. And it blew me away. It fucking blew me away. And I thought, I sat myself down, and I backed up, and I'm like, holy shit. And all of a sudden, the window started shrinking, and I backed up. It came down, and here's this cube broken, and it stopped, and it wasn't moving anymore. All of a sudden, it started moving the opposite way it was the first time. The two sides were going the opposite way, and all of a sudden, it closed back up into a cube, and the light went, and the box went away, spinning the opposite direction. That's the experience I had. To me, at the time, I knew this: the box represented this dimension. At the time, it was in the back of my head. It was like God going, "Box is this dimension. Your world, rich, the meat world that you live in." And I thought about that real fast, but then I was thinking about all the coolness. Like, I'm in fucking Star Wars. Wow, that was Star Wars, man. That was Star Wars shit. And all of a sudden, I wake up, and I'm like, God damn. So it's pitch black in my room. So I turn on the fucking light. I'm like, holy shit. I got up. I'm smoking. Yeah, I got bad days coming with smoking. Anyway, I'm laying there, and all of a sudden I have a cigarette, and I'm just laying back thinking about what happened. What the fuck happened? What does this all mean? And all as soon as I said, what was that about? All of a sudden, a voice in my head goes, "You wished to yourself about dimensions." Something like that I said in my head. And I went, what? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? You wish to know about dimensions. And all of a sudden I remembered I fell asleep and I was listening to Art Bell on Coast to Coast telling me about, they were talking about dimensions, physical dimensions. And I go, okay, holy fuck. Something answered me. That was profound. And then they showed me the dimensions, right? So that blew me away. The voice blew me away, and the fucking box, and the fucking. What did it all mean? Well, 30 years later, I talked about it a couple times. I pondered this shit all the time. I want to know. Okay? From a spiritual perspective into the physical, showing the physical what it asked for, showing the meat man, me, my seeds, my inner light, my spirit, my super soul, deep inside, my inner light, showed me. Same way I won the lottery and a bunch of other fucking things. I didn't win. I was given the numbers, but I didn't play. I'll carry that around for 40 fucking years, okay? But what I want to do is this. I want to talk about, because I have questions. So, here we go. We're back in the box. Right? Come on, open up. Okay, so let's zoom this in a little bit. So, I see a box. The box are torsion fields, and like my buddy said on the internet, on the YouTube comment, isn't it torsion fields and stuff like that? That don't tell me to stop. Okay, I have no idea, dude. But let's do the math, the thinking. Okay, we're in the whatever dimension, fourth, fifth, fucking whatever. The box, the Rubik's Cube, how many sides does a Rubik's Cube have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The box representing the sixth dimension. Okay. Now, if the box was representing the sixth dimension, physical meat world dimension, okay, and we're in the fourth dimension or the fifth, what is that? It's inside out. It's showing me that I may be in the fourth dimension, but I'm showing you the sixth dimension. If this is the sixth dimension, the meat world, the planets, the stars, the math of this, when physicists and all these fucking quantum, whatever they are, Einstein guys, they're doing the math for this physical dimension. Okay? Do you understand? So, my thing is this. I need to. Shit. I need to get the pencil thing. Okay. I want to get this out. I don't want to try to make a. So this thing, let's look at our dimensions as boxes. All right. So this is the box we live in. Now remember I said this thing is six-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and this is sacred geometry stuff. I don't got all the answers, guys. I'm just winging this shit from my experiences. So that's the sacred geometry. A circle, sacred geometry. So when you say the fucking earth is flat, A circle is sacred geometry, constant throughout the fucking universe. All right, so down to your fucking molecules, they're circles inside out of this universe. Molecules. Now, I just had to put that in there to negate anybody's fucking argument on the flat Earth. And I don't even want to talk about flat Earth because I'm not saying I'm not a fucking LGBTQ lost in the fucking universes. Don't know if they're male or female, transsexual, fucking all this stuff. I don't know. I gotta stick with what I know. All right. I don't need that dimension, and that's a psyop they're doing. It's all a fucking psyop to keep you stupid. But accept it or don't. I don't, man. I ain't. But anyway, this box, it's all politics and bullshit. That's how this fucking box is run. This world. So I'm seeing from my soul this box. This box cracks open, spinning torsion fields. Spin creates things, forces, forces, whatever the fuck they are. I'm not Richard Hogan with his forces field torsion physics. I don't know nothing about that shit. I'm just saying, yeah, it applies here, but I don't know how, who, what, when, or why. Remember, I was being shown this from a spiritual side into the physical so I can understand the dynamics of how it works. But you don't even know you're a box within a box within a box, like the Rubik's Cube is made up of a whole bunch of boxes. Okay, you're a box within a box within a box of the main box in this fucking world, wrapped up in a fabric. But your soul is in the middle, showing you how this shit works. Do you get it? Anyway, showing me. I want to talk about it. That's all. So let's go back to this. Or no, let's not do that. You got now. If this is our world, and this is our soul in the middle of it, okay, and so this would be a sixth dimension, hard physical meat world dimension in the universe, made up of atoms and shit. Is there another dimension made up of atoms and shit with other people in meat worlds walking around that are not part of this world? And they have their own box. Or maybe it's a triangle. But let's just call it a box for the sake. Because when the box opened up and the light shined through, okay, now, does this box exist inside this box? Not inside it, but with it. It's not even separate. Do you understand? You have to crack the box of this dimension, open up a porthole to jump into the next dimension. From meat man to meat man, from meat world to meat world. All right? With your soul inside you. So when you jump, so I'm getting a little stressed, a little mind screwed here. And it's all about perception, spirit perception, showing me physical perception of the dimensions. I'm laying in my bed. A box forms in front of me, representing splitting this dimension, opening a doorway to this. Jesus Christ, why do they make these so small? All right. Jesus Christ. opening a porthole from this dimension to the next dimension. How do I know that's what I was represented? Because that's what I asked for, and that's what I got as an answer from my inner light. That's truth, golden truth to me. It showed me how to fucking open a portal. CERN, that 600 billion fucking bullshit they made, I don't even know if that cracks open time and space or anything. Atom blasting, whatever the fuck that is going to do. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it'll do something. But if they're trying to get to another dimension, well, I don't think it's working. Opening up a door to the spirit world, that's fucking easy. Meditate. I don't know where CERN is going after. And it's so complex, I don't even understand. But it all has to do with this box, because the molecules of this universe that make up the universe and us is the fabric of this universe. Do you get it? What is the vacuum of outer space? Fucking I don't know, but it still has to do with this meat universe. This goddamn dimension. All right. That's I know. All right. So what happened to me was, this is what you do. And as she was showing me, she actually did it. My seeds were showing me she actually did it, which fucking blew me away. And you know how I know? Because they reacted to me when I looked down at them. I had another experience in Windsor. I was walking home from work along the river. I looked up in the sky. There was 4 guys standing there in the doorway looking down at the city and Detroit River and Windsor. And I stopped and I'm looking at them and they're looking at me. They're way up there. They're about 10 stories high. And I was like, holy fuck. I was shaking my head. They're still there. I looked away, looked at the fucking river, looked at the water, looked up again. They're still there. Oh, physically wide awake. So what the fuck were they doing? The same thing I was doing? Or were they spiritual, opening a doorway from spirit world into the physical world? Do you understand what we were talking about yesterday? Apply all this to yesterday's video. This is like part 2 to yesterday's video. So when I went to the porthole, I was still here in the meat flesh at this point, in the meat world, and I'm perceiving it, but my spirit is showing me, but making it happen also. What if I got up, and why was it here? Why did I have to get up on my tippy toes to look down at the fucking world? What was on the other side of this porthole? Why did I have to go like that? And look, I put my hand in, but when I called down to them, they looked up where the voice came from, me, and they saw me, right? And they ran like hell. So imagine that you're working outside doing something, somebody yells at you, you look up, and there's a fucking dude, or right here beside you in the porthole, going, "Hey man, what's going on? How you doing?" From another fucking physical dimension. So is that physical dimension all combined? You don't even know how to get to another dimension because it's not within this dimension, but it exists beyond the fabric. There's no time and space between the two. Like when you see a spaceship, it manifests. It's sitting in their world, in their meat world. They turn it on, and all of a sudden, boop, somehow they come to this world. I think it's, from what I've seen, the spaceships I've seen, they're in their world, but they travel from one dimension to this dimension, okay? And then, as they're coming to this dimension, and now, what is between dimensions? Because they're traveling from their dimension to their dimension. It's the way they do it. They gotta travel from there to there to here. Okay? Or they don't. Depends on how that species evolved and learned the way. There's this way, there's this way, and there's this way, and this way of doing dimension to dimension. There's different ways of doing it. Each species have its own way. We're trying to find a way. You probably already know, but they ain't telling us cockroaches, are they? So whatever that, that's another video. But what is the blackness? Spiritually, in the astral, which is a total different fucking thing. But it is, but it ain't. Is it the illusion? The illusion of nothing? And you create everything in nothing? Like the creator did? The universes, the dimensions? You're part of the creator, your inner light. Are you creating and understanding and learning? When I'm in the illusion, insane illusion, in the astral, insane illusion, it's black. Or when I leave sane illusion. But sane illusion is created. It's home. The illusion is home. The astral is home. Okay? And it's all part of the light, because everything is light, but it's denser, it's lower. You have to learn and climb the mountain on a soul level in the physical. But you don't even know any of that if you're a physical person that doesn't believe in any goddamn thing and believes the lies of this world. But your spirit is learning the lies and other things. It's all about everything. Everything you do in this life is a learning experience for your soul to learn and overcome. And then you'll be Christ walking on the earth, splitting the fucking waters and doing it. So, but you step out of it and it's a bowl. Do you understand? But you're not out of it yet. You're still in the fucking dimension. Because the planets are all bowls. Like Christ has told me. Because the planets are represented as bowls. If I see them, if I perceive them, if I step out of that, partially out of it, and look at it as a linear flat plane, you're a bowl on the earth. I back up. The earth is a bowl. And you're a bowl on the earth. A bowl within a bowl. All the planets are all bowls. And everything on them are little bowls. From his perception at the time he's seeing it. So how do you get from this dimension? Okay. How do you get if this, man? Check this out. Where the hell am I here? Check this out. We'll have to use colors to represent. Okay, here's the fucking earth. All right, it's a box. The earth being a box. And this, what if all the dimensions, physical dimensions, are all six-sided boxes? What if we got it all fucking wrong? I don't know. What if we looking at the sixth, if this is the sixth dimension, and right here, we gotta split that fabric, that time and space, open up a porthole to go into the other dimension, which exists right here and now, like this. I'm just using color for representation, for purposes. It exists within this. So I don't know. She never told me this, but she told me how to open the porthole to another dimension. She showed me. Now she was showing me the math, the physics, the math of how to open the porthole into another dimension. I didn't even have to fucking move. It was boop, the door was right here. What if and I'm looking, and it was real as shit. What if I stuck my leg through and my body and jumped into their world? What would happen to me? What would happen to this body? What the fuck would happen? I don't even want to go there. That's above my pay grade. Shit, I was happy for seeing it. I don't know. Would I live in that world? I really don't want to, because this world is a fucking gold gem of fucking nature, fresh air and water. All right, with a lot of bullshit. But the world I saw was a factory world full of pollution. So it was like Star Wars, man, just right out of fucking awesome Star Wars. But the box represented the box split this dimension. However you do that, I don't know. Then take half the box, spin it this way, take half the box, spin it that way. So do the aliens have a machine that opens up that light in the middle, opens up that porthole, and they just walk in? That's what I'm being shown. That's what I was shown. Now, the creator that showed me that my inner light, God, whatever you want to call it, showed me, I call it mom. She showed me, but she took care of me. She didn't fucking make it. She made the hole just big enough so I can get my hands here and stick my fucking chin over it. She didn't create the hole below me and so I could fall through. She was taking care of me, right? Everything in this was fucking perfect. She showed me the two different torsion fields, the left and the right spin. 3 spins. There's 3 spins going on to crack this dimension. Counterclockwise, left, and right. And the whole thing's spinning. When the crack happened, the fucking light started happening. When you cracked this box, the light came through the box, representing the porthole. As it spun more, it made it bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it stopped. The cube disappeared, and there's a fucking porthole, window, whatever you want to call it, to another fucking dimension. But I'm seeing it all physically from a spirit perspective, explaining it to me. But when the porthole opened up, that was actually a goddamn another world. All right. It's deep, and all this stuff is all here. We just got to learn the ways of getting there. So between the scientists and the spiritual people, I've never had a problem personally. I think everything is fucking cool. I was amazed that the scientists are calling spiritual people, crackheads and fucking nutcases and cult members, whatever. And we are doing the same fucking thing to them. It's just like politics. We hate each other. I think you have to apply the two, the sciences and the spiritual, the physical and the spirit. That's what I do. I was always that. And look what I'm getting. How to fucking do this. I'm shown how to do it now. If I had super friends in a normal natural law world where there was no division between science and religion and fucking politicians running around fucking doing what they're doing, and there was no division and everybody was a fucking community hammering out the details. If I had a super buddy, I'd walk up to him and go, hey, NASA fucking lambda alpha particle CERN freak, come here. How you doing today? Pretty good. What you got? I say, well, there's this box. There's a left and right spin. He's like, holy shit. I know this. We know this, but we don't know this. Let's figure it out. They take me fucking somewhat seriously. At least I'll try to apply some math to it to break this fucking dimension. 1,000 million other fucking races did it, but why ain't we? Probably because we fucking hate each other in our fucking coma box of stupidity that we live in our society. But other people, other races within this fucking dimension are opening the box and they're all good and they're flying around and they're going, oh my god, they're at odds with each other. They're playing the duality game where they're being controlled by a fucking other race controlling the fucking game. Holy shit! No, they're not ready for us. Let's get the fuck out of here. Or when they're ready, when they're individually ready, well, we'll come and get them unless they're with Jesus, and then we ain't. I was just joking. That was just a joke. Anyway, because all that shit remains where I am in the spirit world with Christ, but I have to go into the light with Christ, and then we can talk about it. You don't talk about this shit down low. Trust me, you get killed. Now, this dimension's all made up of particles, math, subatomic. What is the fuck is subatomic? When I saw that DNA thing, when I went into the subatomic, watched the video. I don't know where it is. It's in the seed playlist. Go to the seed playlist, and there's one about subatomic particles. I went into the subatomic particle of the fucking DNA, whatever it is, and what made up the ball of the DNA, one ball of the DNA, the whole ball was made up of balls. And I looked at one, voice in my head says subatomic particle. So is that as small as you can go? What is that floating in? What is that world? What is that smallest of the small floating in? Is subatomic space another? I mean, you can watch Star Trek and play with all their stuff in your head. But what is it for real? The truth revealed, man. Are there ETs in there? Our world is made up, our bodies are made up of subatomic particles. I don't know about the fucking atoms and the neutrons and the other things, but our bodies are made up the subatomic. Is the subatomic the black space between everything? The subatomic world? That I woke up because I was seeing the box in black space. When I'm in the spirit world with Jesus, and I'm seeing in the illusion, I just see blackness. Just like there ain't even fucking stars. It's black forever. Forever. You go to the rooms. St. Lucian is a room. This is a room. Millions of fucking rooms on this, around this planet structure in the spirit world. You go to another planet that has life on it, they're building rooms in the astral around this planet, that planet. And it's like that throughout the galaxy. So I was told. And the universe. So all these souls that are in the spirit world around that planet that's working and growing with life forms, souls are being born into it. And they stay around that planet for a long fucking time, just like this one. And they're being born, but they're turning into aliens, flying around spaceships, jumping through hyperspace to get here, and we see them. You understand? That is not even jumping into another dimension. That's nothing to do with another dimension. That's just traversing this physical box universe, which is all around us forever. You got to find how and do the math. Scientists that love this shit fucking do it. Quit fucking fighting with us. Because you know why they do that? is because they got a way, because it's another fucking religion. Science is just another fucking religion. And it is. You hate us? You hate us? Why? What the fuck? Why? There's no fucking reason why, but you do. You can't talk to a spiritual person, but you are a fucking spiritual person, but you deny your own shit. You deny your own soul, your own fucking experiences. You won't fucking talk about them. And you have experiences just like you shit, just like the rest of us. You shit and piss just like the rest of us. It's a nasty thing to talk about, but guess what? You do it. And guess what? You have dreams. And guess what? You have a soul. And guess what? You have seeds. And guess what? Your brain and your soul working together are creating to travel through space and time, hyperspace, which is you take yourself out. So when you take yourself out, where are you? Skirting dimensions? Are you skirting dimensions when you go into hyperspace? I don't fucking know. Or are you just changing the frequencies? There's frequencies, there's light frequency things, there's electrical frequencies, there's radiations. You gotta apply, you gotta learn this, and you gotta learn it all and apply it all within the context to go into hyperspace. There's a lot of shit to learn to open up a porthole and walk into the other side. People see this happening all the other time. I think some of it is natural, and I think some of it is created. Portholes are consciously machine operated, box splitting, open a porthole, walk through. Cray says there was a race of aliens, and they gave that technology to 6 other races within the whatever. And one of them was, there you go, he don't know, but they were given that technology. And if it was given to us, you and me, we ain't never gonna fucking see it. Never. I guarantee you, 1,000 lifetimes from now, you will still not see it. Not from their perspective, but if shit happens, and aliens say, you're not telling your people, well, we're gonna open a fucking mega porthole downtown fucking New York City, and we're all coming to have a coffee with you, just to piss you off. Doesn't mean we're at war with you. We're just waking everybody up because you won't. Hey, who knows? Just speculate. You can fucking dream anything. Earth perspective, lie to the people. Another perspective on another planet, let's go save them. Who fucking knows? The creator, they listen to God. The God aliens. They have all the technology and they're free with it. But you can't be free with it. But they all accept it and they know, natural law. Well, let's go wake up the humans. Okay. And then they do their fucking analysis of what's going to happen and what we should do and how we should do it. You know, unbelievable. You can go on forever, but you need to accept it. And I do now. I didn't accept it. Listen to our bell, but an hour later, I accepted it. I didn't even know what it was until I thought about it really good. Started putting shit together from other things I experienced. And the best I can do is explain exactly what I saw and experienced. Now apply that into this world and do the math. That is how you open up. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Which ain't saying much, but if I ever get the fucking chance to have the machine that opens that box, the aliens come down and throw me a fucking pack of what looks like a pack of cigarettes, and they go, press that button and point it there. Bzz, and the fucking portal opens up. Goodbye. I'm out of here. Well, I'll stay here and take video of everything I see. I'll go there and come back. Wouldn't that be fucking something? Make video and put it on YouTube so you guys can see it. Fucking right, I would. Granted, I'd be hunted down and killed. and that fucking thing's stolen. Even before I get it, the spirits, the demon fucks, the other aliens that run this place, they'll kill you. You won't even get time to press the fucking button. Not a fucking chance. Which explains they're not ready yet. Because they got that control thing. You can't have it. That's it. Why? Because the controllers control. If you go running around, they don't have control anymore. And why do they need control? Because they're fucking psychopaths. When I seen Atlantis, they were fucking doing electric. When I lived in Atlantis, and I seen part of it from visions, they were doing electromagnetic experiments in the earth, which blew up Atlantis. That's what I saw. That's what I was told. Both. So, and there were people walking down the street with goats, and everything. All the information was free. I didn't see no spaceships. Everything was fucking Roman looking, and pyramids, stone pyramids like at Giza. They're a lot better and shiny. But I didn't see no fucking UFOs, no high technology. But there was a part of the high technology they kept from separated from the public. And they didn't talk about it. They didn't tell everybody what they're doing. But the people knew, because when they ran over to me and started fucking bashing my head in because I was blown up, because I was working with the fucking guys over there in that science people. There was classes. Scientists and shit like that had on white robes. Other people had on different colored robes. Everybody for their class had different robes, but they all knew what was going on with the scientists. But you weren't like a peasant, fucking goat keeper wasn't allowed to go hang out with the scientists and just fucking walk around with his goat in the fucking labs. All right. So they kept it contained over there, but there wasn't so much contained that you didn't know what the fuck was going on. But yeah, that was more a natural law than it is now. Anyway, guys. So I'm loving this. And I just wanted to fucking talk about it. That's all. And throw around what I know. Fucking amazing. I love it. And it's all about perception. See, I always thought when I got spiritual that the only way you can open a box, because I seen it spiritually from a spiritual in my soul and my consciousness, but it was showing me the physical box, which represented the world in which I live in, our fabric dimension, molecules. Okay. And the box opened up, made a porthole to another dimension. It wasn't nothing in the spirit world. It was another physical, material, fabric dimension. Because that is what I was pondering. Now you listen to the scientists, and they say it's all, well, if you look at a fish, this is their dimensions. The fish sees 2 dimensions, and it looks out at it sticks its head out of the water, and holy shit, there's a 3rd dimension. No, man. Yeah, and no. I'm talking about physical fabric dimensions. Cracking this dimension, physical fabric dimension, and going in, traversing into, through the porthole, another fabric dimension. Now, I was shown This fabric dimension, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that represent we're in the sixth dimension? What if you can naturally do it? I've seen people disappear right beside me. They were no longer here physically. And then they were. And I looked at them, I walked right through them, looking for the person. And they never moved when they came back. What the fuck was that? What the fuck is that? And to them, nothing changed. Jackie. That's what her name was. She disappeared, man. She fucking left this fucking world. This physical fucking dimension within herself. And I couldn't see her anymore. Her physical meat. Anyway, then she came back, but her perception, nothing changed. She was reading the book. She disappeared. She came back, and she's still reading the book. To her, nothing changed because I fucking drilled her about it. I was a madman drilling her to where she was about to knock me in the fucking jaw. And I go, I'm sorry. I just need to know these things. This is the fucking nature of reality, man. I need to know. And I can't do it, and you do it. She goes, yeah, I've been doing it all my life, but I don't know I'm doing it. My mom, when I was a baby, would run around the house looking for me. She'd run back, and I'd be there again. But I'd disappear in my crib. So what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? How does that happen? It's awesome. This is the shit I'm going through. And I took myself to the brink where I lost my skins. I almost died a bunch of fucking times. This is what I want to know, man. Fuck. When you're in the spirit world, when you're in St. Lucian and you're living up in the light, in the fucking clouds, literally, you're living in orbit above St. Lucian, way up in the light. You still want to know this shit. You still want to know it. You gotta seek it out. Truth revealed. You go to all the people who know, all the Jesus Christ, all the priests, every fucking one of them, and you take the classes and you learn it and you know it. Once you know it, and they can show you it. For me, it's my C's, man. They show me everything I asked for. There's long periods in between, but this is a lifer. This is a fucking lifer. Okay? Every seed experience I have explaining the nature of the fucking universe to me in a context that I can understand it, fuck, it's a lifer. And I get 20 fucking hits on YouTube. Maybe it's me because I'm fucking swearing and humans got issues with words because it triggers them in a certain direction. I don't know. But I thought this was the coolest thing. And I sit here on the YouTube and I'm watching the sciences videos, Carl Sagan and the fucking guy that does the talk shows and the nerd Quimby looking guy. That fucking guy. Everybody hates him. You know. Anyway, he has that fucking tie that comes up. You know, gotta play the part. Anyway, I watch them guys. They're all talking about this stuff. Usually bullshit. I got what I think is the fucking truth. And I see the CERN guys trying to do what I just experienced. Richard Hoagland and his torsion field fucking physics and shit. Well, that's what I saw. The Nazis were trying to do this. There's videos about that. The Nazis were trying to break the fucking time-space dimension to go to another dimension. I don't know if they did or not. So you gotta watch the bullshit propaganda in these videos. You gotta watch the propaganda. You gotta watch what they're saying about dimensions. Because I'm all into going to another dimension, not a fucking physical. Oh, fish above the water. See the third dimension. Oh, fuck off with that shit. Shut the fuck up. And it's confiscation and bullshit to keep you stupid while they do the real thing in fucking CERN or wherever, torsion fields, and all that. I think rotation, whatever that is, there's 3 rotations going on. The box open, whatever that is, magnetics, energy, Bob Lazar element, whatever that was, 13 element, 113, whatever. Fuck, throw that in there. Why not? I don't know the math. Just throw it all in there and fucking throw some electricity on it. That's what it means to me. But it's the math, it's the molecules, it's all that. It's gravity, it's electronics, it's frequencies of light, frequencies of this. Throw it all in a bowl, shoot a laser through it, spin it around real fast with some mercury. I don't fucking know. I'm not a math guy. I failed that shit. I'm a soul guy. But I'm a soul guy figuring out the fucking getting information about this world and how it works. What the spin was in the boxes, a scientist would know. Richard Hoagland, he explains it, but I don't fucking understand most of it. I just don't do it. I don't know. But, I'm stuck with this. But spiritually, on a spirit level, your soul is born into this dimension. Your soul can be born into that dimension. You can open a porthole spiritually. If I was dead, I could open up a porthole to that world dimension, to that dimension, and they're all worlds you can be born into. You don't have to fucking come back to fucking LA. All right? I mean, come on. You can and you do. Animals don't. They just, the creator fucking wings them around. You're a goat, you're a fucking chicken, you're a fucking bear, you're a whatever. And the creator takes care of it. And you just, okay, I'm going. And humans do that too. But I'm with Christ, and he's like, well, we gotta, within the Christ world, I got pissed so bad. You just get born into the, and it's your choice if you want to go or not. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Stop share. I hope this triggered your neurons, your soul, and fucking get you meditating, get asking. This is how I did it, and I didn't even know I was doing it, but I was dropping these bombs on myself. The creator was dropping these bombs in me, and the shit is real. Once you fucking experience it, you'll know it. You own it. Fucking awesome, man. Next time you see a UFO flying in the sky and it's doing things it's not supposed to, it's the exact same thing. You get high, you gotta come down or you'll be a jerk. And you can ponder that shit for the rest of your life and add it up. Tell people about it, but all right. Bye.